In tonight's top story, a student protests against President-elect Donald Trump and his ideas on immigration,
as well as a story on an Iowa woman who is the oldest woman in space.
I'll give you an inside look at the women's Cyclone basketball win on Tuesday.
And it's unseasonably warm again, but it's finally coming to an end. How cold will it get? We'll have more on that coming up. Newswatch starts now.
Thanks for watching and have a good rest of your night and week. Stay classy, Cyclones.
Good afternoon and welcome to ISUtv. I'm Eveline Meidt.
And I'm Coley Bergren. Thanks for joining us.
More than 100 students marched across campus to protest Trump's immigration laws this Wednesday. After the recent election of Donald Trump and his plan to deport illegal immigrants, students are fearful of the day that might come for themselves, their families, or their friends. The march was coordinated by Students Against Trump.
Iowa State representatives pledged the university's support to students of all status regardless of current immigration issues. Iowa State has not been notified from state or federal authorities if there will be any changes at all in regards to students with undocumented information. Iowa State Police do not collect status on students in regards to citizenship or immigration status of students with interactions and do not have the authority of enforcing United States immigration laws. The National Movimento Casica on Wednesday called for a walkout demanding university police offer protection for undocumented immigrants, colored people, religion and sexual orientation-based students. Students who fit these categories should know that they can feel safe on the Iowa State campus.
An Ankeny man is under investigation for trying to kidnap a girl on Wednesday. The Ottawa police got a call reporting an attempted child kidnapping. Witnesses of the scene could explain the vehicle of the man to the police. An Iowa State trooper saw a vehicle on Interstate 29 where he arrested Jeff Lee Altmaier of 56 years of age. Altmaier is charged with enticing a minor, unlawful possession of a prescription drug, and impersonating a public official. Thankfully, the girl was okay.
More white heritage posters were found around campus Tuesday morning. Officers were able to locate 15 posters around campus on different buildings. These posters violate Iowa State's discrimination and harassment policies.
A Minnesota man is reported dead after a crash in Story County. 2 other women were sent to the hospital. The Iowa State Patrol reports that 21-year-old Julian Delgado Alonso of Eden Prairie, Minnesota, was driving southbound at 8 a.m. on Interstate 35. He lost control of his vehicle due to his tire failure, and his Suburban entered the west ditch and rolled multiple times before being ejected from the vehicle. This was between Ames and Story City. Alonso was not wearing a seatbelt and was sadly reported dead at the scene. The other 2 in the car were wearing seatbelts and were admitted to the Mary Greeley Medical Center in Ames. The case is under investigation.
Recent new app Safe Ride, an escort-style Uber service at Iowa State, has made a big difference this year on campus. Like Uber, Safe Ride can predict where you are and have drivers transport you to safety. Since the start of this year, more than 3,500 Safe Rides have been given to students and 5,000 for faculty, staff, and visitors alike. If someone is not feeling safe, you just pull up the app, enter your address, and wait around 15 minutes, as ISU sophomore Rachel Muir explained. It's a great way to get across campus and back to your dorm as well. Safe Ride is available on Google Play and the iTunes App Store.
After the break, people are making dresses out of pillowcase for Little Dresses for Africa.
And an Iowa woman is the oldest woman in space. Don't go anywhere, you're watching Newswatch. Volunteer opportunities can be focused all around Iowa State's campus. Mary Kahn has information about unique opportunities coming up.
I'm in the basement of the MU right now, and this is where the student workspace is. It's a place where students can do all sorts of crafts. But today they have a volunteer craft, and they're going to donate the final product. Let's go see what they're doing.
So we are doing Little Dresses for Africa. So a lot of girls over there, and guys, little children, don't have the resources they need to have clothing even. So we are taking pillowcases and transforming them into little dresses.
Little Dresses for Africa was a one-day event for students and community members. People could drop in at any time and volunteer whatever time they had.
So just another reason why I thought this was super awesome to do is because one of the pillars of the Greek community is community service and giving back. So being able to do that and being part of an organization that promotes doing that is great.
The volunteers had a great time. They said it's easy and they were impressed with the final product.
I think that this is such a great thing, and the dresses are so cute. Like the pictures online, it's amazing what people can do. So
There are 7 steps to making the dresses, and those there split the work like an assembly line, with some people doing things like pinning and putting the ribbon sleeves on, and others sewing it all together.
So this is an almost completed dress. We sewed in the elastic and have the armholes, and now we're just putting trim around it so that this can be tied around the arm to be adjustable sleeves, kind of. So it's just kind of like the last step in making and finishing the dress.
It was, in fact, so easy, and one volunteer found it such a gratifying experience that she says she'll do it again.
yeah, so I'm part of a volunteering committee at work, and we're always trying to get people to volunteer their time outside of work on nights and weekends, but it's difficult for people that have families, and just work is already consuming, and so we're trying to find ways to bring volunteer opportunities into the office. And so I learned about little girls, dresses for little girls in Africa, and I thought that that would be a great opportunity to just have an event at work where people can come and spend their lunch hour.
With Lisignoli and Coley Bergren, I'm Mary Kahn with ISUtv.
You can find more volunteer and crafting opportunities in the workspace, which is located in the basement of the Memorial Union.
Recent reports of a tropical bedbug species have appeared in Florida for the first time in decades. Reports from the University of Florida confirm that a species of tropical bedbugs not seen in Florida since World War II have reappeared. The tropical bedbugs have been sent in Brevard Country, and researcher Brittany Campbell, a doctoral student of the University of Florida, believes conditions in Florida meet criteria that could spread the new found bedbug infestation. This is a surprise due to the fast-paced rate at which this particular bedbug spread, and is concerning for Florida counties and neighboring southeastern states as well.
Iowa State to add Insanity to its list of workout classes. This spring, Insanity is a cardio, conditioning, and full body strength workout. The workouts are high intensity but only last 30 minutes.
President-elect Donald Trump has recently named Lieutenant General Michael Flynn as his national security advisor back in 2014. Flynn ran for the Defense Intelligence Agency, and from 2012 to 2014 served as a head advisor to General Stanley McChrystal while in Iraq. Flynn advised President-elect Trump on foreign policy through the course of the Trump campaign, and even was considered a VP at one point. Flynn is one of the nation's top security advisors that have pledged allegiance to Trump. Recently, the transition team for Trump has been in chaotic as Chris Christie has been set aside in favor of VP Mike Pence. Flynn will oversee a national security council of more than 400 people.
A native from Beaconsville, Iowa made history today by becoming the first woman to command the International Space Station 2 times. Peggy Whitson was first commander back in 2007. She has also become the oldest woman to visit space at 56 years old. She and 2 crew members launched earlier this morning and are expected to arrive at the space station on Saturday. They will spend 6 months abroad the station, where Whitson will celebrate her 57th birthday.
Construction on the Dakota Access Pipeline is almost complete in Iowa, but protesters won't stop their fight. Anti-pipeline leader Ed Fallon, who leads the group called Bold Iowa, said he's calling on Barack Obama and the Army Corps of Engineers to scrap the expensive $3.8 billion project. Fallon said, "We are going to keep fighting this," and said almost done is not the same as having the pipeline be operational. And now we are joined at the desk by Ben Olson. Ben knows the women basketball teams did great last Tuesday.
They sure did. I will give you an inside scoop on that game after the break. You're watching Newswatch. Welcome back. I'm Ben Olson with your Cyclone Sports Report. The ISU women's basketball team isn't allowing themselves to be outdone by the men. The team got themselves a W after playing UNI on Tuesday. Tisa Tolinar has more.
there was an extra dose of magic in Hilton Coliseum as the Iowa State women's basketball team defeated fellow in-state team, the UNI Panthers. It didn't take long for the Cyclones to clinch the lead, with numerous shots by number 11, Jada Buckley.
She hit some really tough shots at the end of the shot clock. We defended well. She hit some tough shots.
Not to be outdone, number 12, Shonda Johnson made quick on her feet at the net for rebounds.
I just think having the eye for the ball and just being and hustling. I think rebounding a game is just like effort for me.
Johnson racked up 15 of the team's total 28.
The challenge now is to see if we can find anybody else in this team to get a defensive rebound. That'd be nice.
Buckley gave the team 25 total points, but that was not without a few whistleblows and a few breaks in formation during crucial points in the game.
Well, that obviously is something I need to get a little bit better at. I mean, that was kind of clear, but I was just very passionate about what I thought was the right call, so to say. So, yeah.
Number 21, Bridget Carlton, gave the team 15 points, and even Adriana Camber, number 13, got a 3-point shot in her 4 minutes of play. Each point was needed as scores kept close.
The goal is not to play those guys 39 and 38 minutes, but the goal is to win too. So I didn't think we had a choice tonight.
By the final buzzer, the 2-0 Cyclones held an 8-point lead. The team plays another in-state team, 1-0 Drake University, this Sunday at Hilton. For ISUtv with Andrea Safar, I'm Tisa Tolinar.
And again, that game will be played in the friendly confines of Hilton Coliseum and televised on Cyclones TV. This Saturday, the Iowa State Cyclones football team is looking to put together a 2-game win streak when the Texas Tech Red Raiders come to town. Cyclone head coach Matt Campbell picked up his first Big 12 conference win last week by defeating Kansas 31-24. There should be plenty of offense in this one, as Texas Tech comes in averaging 46 points per game, while the Cyclones are looking to build off of a 238-yard rushing performance last week. The game will be played at 2:30 p.m. in Jack Trice Stadium and broadcast on Fox Sports 1. Also on Saturday, Iowa State will be honoring former head football coach Johnny Majors. The celebration is part of the annual Iowa State Letter Winners Club All-Sport Reunion. Majors will be back for the game along with several of his former players. Majors coached the Cyclones from 1968 to 1973 and took them to 2 bowl games, including Iowa State's first ever postseason appearance. If you're at the game on Saturday, be sure to give Coach Majors a well-deserved round of applause. In a busy weekend for Cyclone sports, both the men's and women's cross-country teams will be competing in the 2016 NCAA Cross-Country Championships. Iowa State is one of 14 schools with both men's and women's teams to qualify. The women are currently ranked 16th and making their 8th straight appearance at the championships, while the men are ranked 23rd and making their first appearance since 2009. The meet is held at Laverne Gibson Cross Country Course and scheduled to begin at 10 a.m. That's all I have for your Cyclone Sports Report. Zane, I hear that snow is on the way. What should we expect with that?
Yeah, that's right, Ben. If you take a look at the map, there is the snow out there across parts of the Dakotas, Nebraska, and down through Colorado. It is going to make its way into the Midwest as we get through the next couple days. Parts of Iowa are going to see snow, but not everyone. We'll have all the details coming up on that in just a bit. And welcome back to Newswatch. It's like a kind of a broken record out there. I'm here again, and we're talking about above average temperatures. These are the highs we got up to today. All right, our average high here in Ames, at least, should be kind of in the low to mid 40s. All right, 73 in Ames today. That's 30 degrees above average. 72 in Waterloo, and up to 76 down in Des Moines. So it was a very warm day for late November out there, and we're still pretty warm. 60 degrees in Ames right now, clear skies, and the winds light out of the southwest at 7 miles per hour. Pretty similar conditions mostly across the state right now. Just a few clouds down in Des Moines, still at 65 degrees out there, 60 here in Ames, 54 up in Fort Dodge, and then Sioux City coming in at 50 degrees right now. There is going to be some cooler air coming in along, though. We did have some clouds across the state today, broken clouds. Some areas saw some clouds, some sunshine. It was just kind of a mixed bag as far as sky cover goes today. But as we get through tonight into tomorrow, this is when the changes are going to happen. All right, Futurecast is going to start us out here at about an hour ago, actually. But as we head through tonight into tomorrow morning, there's going to be some light rain showers that move across the area. That's going to be ahead of a cold front that moves across the state early tomorrow morning. Back behind it is going to wrap around some snow as we move through Friday during the day. Those clouds, just a few snow showers move across the northern part of the state. Most of this is going to stay to our north in Minnesota and South Dakota. And then that moves out as we get into Friday night, into Saturday morning, and it's going to clear out, but there is going to be a lot of wind and a lot of colder air. All right, here it is, the dreaded snowfall graphic. We finally got it out this year, a lot later than we normally would. As you can see, we're not looking at really any accumulations for most of us here. The only real chances of any snow on the ground is up in far northwest Iowa. This model is trying to paint about 1.5 inches in Sioux City, but mostly you're just going to see some snow on the ground, no real measurable accumulations out there. The big story is going to be off to our north and west. Blizzard warnings, winter storm warnings, and winter weather advisories across much of South Dakota, Nebraska, and into Minnesota. Iowa's mostly just going to be dealing with a lot of wind out of this system. This is a wind advisory across much of the northwestern 2/3 of the state that goes into effect tomorrow morning. You're going to see sustained winds of 25 miles an hour and gusts a lot higher than that, 30, 40, even 50 miles an hour as we go through today, or the day tomorrow. Lows tonight are going to sink down mostly into the 50s across the eastern half of the state. To the west, where that cold front's going to pass sooner, Sioux City will get down to 34, 39 for an overnight low in Council Bluffs. Now, here's our highs tomorrow. They're pretty much the same as our overnight lows because as that cold front passes through earlier in the morning, we're going to reach our highs pretty early in the day, and then temperatures will fall throughout. So 56 in Waterloo, 55 in Marshalltown, 52 in Des Moines. This will happen pretty early, so it'll be pretty cold compared to where we've been at tomorrow. Now, here's highs on Saturday. All right, so if you're headed out to the game on Saturday to see Iowa State take on Texas Tech, it's going to be pretty brisk out there. 39 degrees for a high in Waterloo, 39 in Marshalltown, 44 in Des Moines, 38 in Fort Dodge. So a lot colder than we've been used to lately. So tonight here in Ames, low of 49, mostly cloudy. Chance of rain comes early tomorrow morning, more so than overnight tonight. And then winds will be light out of the south, 5 to 10. All right, now let's make the change to tomorrow. Temperature's the same. That's because we're going to hit the high temperature early tomorrow morning before that cold front comes in here with those slight chances of rain, and then the winds really ramp up from the northwest or west-northwest, 25 to 30, and like I said, gusts of 25, 35, 40, 50 miles an hour not be out of the question. As we get into your extended forecast, there's that colder temperatures on Saturday, high of 40, low of 20 as we get into Sunday. Sunday will moderate just a little bit, high of 46, and a slight chance of rain. Monday we get back up to 50. Tuesday similar, another chance of rain, better chance comes along as we start the next week. And then we get into the middle part of the next week, still pretty much the same, but much cooler than we've been, a lot more seasonal. All right, stay with us. We got much more of Newswatch coming up after the break.
Blank Park Zoo in Des Moines welcomed a baby black rhinoceros, and a month later there will be another newborn at the zoo. Azuri, one of the zoo's 4 giraffes, is pregnant. Zookeepers are surprised because of her age and because she's been on birth control for about a decade. Nonetheless, Azuri is between 13 and 15 months pregnant and is due any day. And it's great timing. A new indoor giraffe barn is set to open next spring, and the zoo planned to add 6 additional giraffes anyways.
According to E! News, the beloved couple from The Bachelor, Ben Higgins and Lauren Bushnell, have called off their wedding. The two got engaged as he proposed to her with a $95,000 4.6-carat platinum diamond by Neil Lane. The two stars on the reality TV show Ben and Lauren Happily Ever After. On this Tuesday's episode, though, Higgins told Bushnell he did not want to continue with the wedding. But he told her, "I'm not leaving you, I'm not. Don't think that for a second." The couple still remains together. And that is all we have here today at ISUtv.
Tune in next Tuesday for more Cyclone news, weather, and sports.
Have a great night, Ames.